Well, did you see the one? There was one the other day. It was a salvage car, and the
Yeah,
salvage car. Do you see the one? The salvage car was at like $35,000 for a
yeah, get
random
out of here.
salvage.
Needed a motor, needed just about everything. Yeah, come on.
Yeah, but I mean, somebody not only did they buy this thing, now they have to rebuild it. So now they're going to be what, another 25 grand into it.
Oh, sure, go find parts for it.
Where did I catch you? Like, are you sitting in your dining room?
I'm sitting on my couch. I got home. I got off of work at 6. I came home, took a quick shower because I was hustling around today. I did actually a video chat with a customer on a used Jeep Compass, and I was out there. The wind was blowing my hair around, and I had to get it straightened out a little bit when I got back.
When did you ever think that you would ever see yourself doing video chats to sell cars?
I really didn't see that coming until, yeah, I'd done it maybe once or twice, maybe 3 times in the first, I don't know, 5, 6 years that I was working at the store I'm at now, and I've been there almost 11. But it's been a whole lot more than that now, and it's actually kind of nice seeing facial expressions on my customers' faces, getting to see what they look like and how they talk, and when people talk with their hands it's a lot nicer. It's a lot nicer being able to do that.
You've been selling cars a long time. You're Metro Atlanta, right? You're
Yep.
down here in the South, and you've seen the business change over all of these years. But right now, and the reason that we're talking today is because it is such a weird time to buy and sell cars right now. I am, generally speaking, I'm that guy that doesn't normally buy new. I tend to buy 2-year-old, maybe 3-year-old cars. Let that first person take the hit, maybe buy something off lease, and it's been a great way for me to buy cars the last few years. Not right now. Right now, used cars are crazy expensive. What's going on?
Well, you have hit the nail on the head. You said weird. The market is weird, and to some people, my 16 years in the business seems a lot. To others, it seems like like I'm still a rookie. But yeah, I've seen a lot of things change, and the weirdness right now, I'm gonna blame a good bit of it on COVID. It shut a bunch of factories down, and not just for building cars, but for the supply chain, for all the stuff that goes into making cars. They shut down. And we are right now feeling a big effect of this microchip shortage that everybody likes to talk about. This is the blind spot monitoring microchips, and there's going to be some key fob microchips and all that. That's really throttled back on production on new cars. What used to take 4 to 6 weeks for a new car to come in is now taking 2 to 3 months. So what are dealers doing? Because they don't have any new inventory, they need to get used, because there aren't that many used cars being traded in. So they've got to find them somewhere. So where do you find them? You buy them. You go to auction and buy them. And when dealers start fighting over cars to get inventory, that inflates the values. And here we are. And used cars, I've never seen them like this before. I mean, you're paying almost sticker for 1, 2, and 3-year-old cars right now.
Yeah. I mean, I know, like, my daily driver right now, I've got a Jeep Wrangler these days is my daily. And, I've got, I don't know, 50,000 miles on it. I think I've got 52,000 miles on the thing. And it's a 17. It's in great shape. I mean, me, I'm a car guy, right? We're car guys. So we keep really good care of our things. And I have had people offer me way more money than I owe on it. And I'm just thinking.
Just as a little point of reference, we have a key cabinet that keeps all the keys for our vehicles in it, and a cabinet for new, cabinet for used, and it keeps track of how many open spots there are in our key cabinet. So when we go to put one back, if we had this conversation in the first couple of months of last year, I would tell you we are full of inventory. We have 10 or 15 open spots in those cabinets, and today we're knocking on the door of 300 open spots.
Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I've never really thought about this, Tyler, but how many vehicles does a typical dealer have on their lot at any given time? Normally,
Oh,
normally.
normally, that's a loaded question. There's so many different size dealers out there.
True, yeah.
I can only use us as an example. I've seen us have 450 to 475 new cars and a couple hundred used cars.
Okay.
And we have room for it. We do. Yeah. Out back is where the overflow always was, but not, it's all bare right now.
Yeah. Well, I guess that's my point though, is that if you multiply that by literally thousands of dealerships around the country,
yeah,
among all these brands, they're all hurting. And like you said, they can't get cars. Okay. So if they can't get cars and I have a car and I would like to sell my car, this is a really good time to be a car seller as an owner, right? For me to sell my own personal car. It's gotta be, right?
Yes. And just like it's right time for you to be a seller, it's right time for dealers to be a seller, because dealers are getting premiums right now, and so are people who own their vehicles. How would you take advantage of that? Because I know a lot of people probably have that on their minds. We got to have some way to take advantage of it. The hard part is predicting when this trend is going to go the other way. If you have an extra vehicle kicking around that can tide you over until it's time for you to buy another one, maybe sell what you've got right now and drive something else in the garage. I mean, you're not going to drive your race car every day. It would be fun.
You shut your mouth right there, man. You know what's in my garage. I got a big pile of cars.
Yeah, I've got a few myself, and there's a couple that I don't want to drive every day. I drive a Ram truck every day.
Yeah.
And I leased it. I leased it last year, and I really didn't foresee this massive shortage coming. I'm glad I got my truck, because it would have been super hard, one, to wait for it after ordering it, because I'm not really overrun with patience, and two, I wouldn't have gotten the deal that I got.
Yeah.
That I got last year when there were plentiful vehicles.
Yeah.
But yeah. If you got a car to unload and somebody's offered you too much money for it, if you've got something to drive around after you sell it and wait for the market to change, that's how you take advantage of it.
But that's a total crapshoot, right? When it's going to change.
Sure it is. Sure it is. It's not going to turn around in a week. It's not going to turn around in a month.
Well, I'll tell you what, Tyler, I can't tell you how much I appreciate your time today. This has been really good, because it's a weird time. Everybody online, you go on to any Facebook page, any car enthusiast discussion site, and everybody's talking about, these crazy values and how used cars are skyrocketing in price right now. And what should we do with it? You gave us a couple ideas. At the end of the day, it's still kind of, the answer isn't, I hate saying it this way, but it depends, right?
Yeah. It's where do you want to jump out? Where do you want to jump in? I'm going to use a specific example.
Okay.
Have you watched or seen what's going on in the market for Vipers lately?
It's so crazy. It stabs me in the heart that I sold mine.
And what was yours? What year was yours?
I had an 01 GTS, and I had miles on it. I mean, I sold it. It had 90,000 miles on it, right? But it was a clean title car, had nice mods on it, and it was really well kept. Sapphire blue, silver stripes, cognac interior. So it was a pretty rare car.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it was a cool car. I will tell you that right now, I sold it for $10,000 more than I bought it for. The guy that now owns it, and my car lives up in Ohio right now, I bet you he's got another 10,000 on top of that.
Oh, sure.
I think so. I legitimately think so. I think so. I really do. I'm thinking of the numbers of what's going on. I mean, did you see there was one the other day? It was a salvage car, and the salvage car, did you see the one? The salvage car was at like $35,000 for
get out of here.
Salvage.
Needed a motor, needed just about everything. Yeah, come on.
Yeah, but I mean, somebody, not only did they buy this thing, now they have to rebuild it. So now they're going to be another 25 grand into it.
Oh, sure. Go find parts for it.
Yeah. So I'm blown away. I'm blown away by that. But
yeah, there is, I have one. I saw somebody advertise his for sale. He's got about 1,000 more miles on his than I have on mine. Same type of mods. His I think was a '08, and he's asking 6 figures for his car. 6 figures. And there was another guy who paid almost, I think he paid 110 for one with like 5,000 miles on it.
I just, God bless him, man. And I'm super disappointed, to be perfectly honest with you, because obviously I never should have sold mine, but now I can't buy myself back into the hobby.
Yet.
Explain. What do you mean?
Well, I'm sure when the market changes, it has to, when inventories are replenished, Vipers may not come down, because if anybody has heard anything about the possibility of another one coming, you would probably be closer to that source than me. I've heard absolutely nothing. So I'm not going to say these cars' values are going to plummet. They're probably going to drop a little bit when the market changes, but I don't know if they're going to change as much as everything else will.
Yeah.
And then you can get back in.
Well, I'm always looking. So keep that in the back of your head, by the way. I'm always
Yes,
looking.
sir. So I wanted to honor this little interview here today, and I don't know if you see this shirt.
I can see you got the shirt on, man.
Yeah, this shirt is as old as you and I have known each other. I got this shirt at the training for the Viper up in Detroit back in 2012. How about that? Man,
those were good times, man.
Yes, it
we
was.
have been absolutely blessed to figure out how to make a living by, and I make light of it, but by playing with cars.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah. When somebody told me that I should go into selling cars for a living, I thought he was out of his mind. I was like, no. And I said, why? And he says, well, you have a chance to make a pretty decent living. He says, you're not going to be stuck inside all day. And last time I checked, you like cars. I'm like, well, you just hit me with some logic, and I couldn't say no to that. So that's when I started, 2005.
That's pretty awesome. Tyler Grant is our new and used car expert. Instagram, it's what? T Grant Deals Wheels. Is that right?
That's it. Yep. That's my hashtag. As somebody said, that's your social media bat signal.
I like it, man. I can't thank you enough for helping us out today and talking about, used cars, new cars. And in this marketplace right now, things are really out of whack, but there's light at the end of the tunnel. Yep,
there is. And I'm enjoying the ride right now, and I'm going to enjoy it when inventory comes back.
All right, brother. Thanks so much, man. We'll keep in touch, and
yes, sir.
Find me that Viper, would you?
I will. And holler when you're at Road Atlanta again.